And basically 2009, 2010, and 11 really kind of showed me, oh man, a lot of my thinking was broken, Brian. It was like I wasn't thinking big enough. And the 10X rule is really about how could somebody take where they're at if they're making $29 an hour or $15 an hour or $8 an hour, or you're not even hireable right now. By the way, I've been in every one of those situations. Or maybe you're making $150,000 a year now. So from nothing to 150 grand or $1 million, how would you take and 10X all that activity? And then while you're doing that, also 10X your marriage, 10X the kids, 10X your time off. How could I have everything? Because frankly, I get sick of hearing about people talk to me about part-time, doing something part-time. A guy pitched me the other day, hey man, if I could just get your help part-time. I'm like, dude, I don't do anything part-time. Part-time to me is like communism and the devil, okay? I'm an all-in guy. It's never paid off for me to be a dilettante or a spectator or kind of halfway in. I've only got to pay off when I was all in, all the time. And so the 10X rule was really about how could I literally expand my thinking and also 10X the activity necessary with the limited time that we all have. How could I 10X my activity, be more places, be more social, have more family, have more, I know it sounds impossible.
Yep.
But the reason it's impossible is because everybody's thinking they need to balance life. But life is too long for most people. Most people end up at the end of their lifetime, the golden years, with no gold, right? I got too much time and no money. And this is happening in the wealthiest country on planet Earth, is America, where freedom is the choice. Courage is our battle cry, and we have a middle class, a big, giant middle class in America made of about 250 million people that can't even pay their bills today. It's a freaking it's just a terrible tragedy. So my goal is to inspire people like, look, you got to get out of this deal. The government can't get you out. Blaming China or India or whoever you want to blame. Okay, mommy, daddy, whoever you want to blame is not going to change the condition that's on this planet right now. If you want a better condition for you and your family, you got to figure out, you got to get extremely focused. You're going to have to get 10X about it. I mean, you're going to have to demand it from the universe. You have to demand that this become like something that the physical universe takes you serious about, like, oh, this guy's not kidding, he really wants this.
Follow your passion first. First. When I retired from the game, I sat there asking kind of all the wrong questions. What's the biggest industry I could get into? And it's all the wrong stuff. And you got to sit there and ask yourself, okay, what am I truly passionate about? What do I enjoy doing? And when you feel that way, honestly, you feel like you have never worked a day in your life. It's the most fun thing in the world. You get up in the morning excited about what you're doing. And you got to be really honest with yourself about it. If you wake up in the morning and you're dreading going to work, dude, do something else. Right. Do something else. And those are hard decisions to make, but when you make those decisions, it's a very liberating experience, and you'll find out that the rewards will come.
How did you get, management, radio DJs to notice you, producers to notice you? Because there's so many people doing the same thing, and it's tough. But, how did you make yourself stand out?
I think it all starts from you, first of all, being ready to sacrifice things. I'm ready to be broke for a while. I'm ready to, have arguments with people because I think I'm making the wrong choice. You got to, first of all, make that decision with yourself, being like, okay, you know what, I'm actually going to do this. And then once you do it, it's the consistency. Show up to the studio every single day, even though you're not supposed to. Wake up every single day, go studios. That's all you should be doing. Working with people that you don't care, that just make music, finding beats online that, you write on top of, you know what I'm saying? Putting things online, taking people's attentions from a bar. I know you might be in a bar with 7 people. I used to perform in a pub with 4 regulars that would never even turn around. They didn't turn around.
I know the feeling.
Joke's on them now.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is it's the consistency of you. You have to just always be seen everywhere. Show your face absolutely everywhere. Oh, it's that girl. It's slowly but surely people will start remembering the face.
If the message is true, if we can really have our wishes, if dreams do come true, and theirs certainly isn't. They get up every day and go do something they don't enjoy with people they don't respect for money that's not sufficient. What would be their first step toward going from where they are to where they want to be?
Well, if they have the opportunity, is to step back and say, okay, if I had a blank sheet of paper, what would I be doing each day? And don't say nothing, because that's the hardest job in the world. Figure out what you have a passion for and being willing to apply the discipline to achieve that passion. When we go to a sporting match, for example, we see the end result of many people who've done a lot of sweat, a lot of training, a lot of passion to achieve their abilities, but we don't see all the work that goes behind the scenes. So if you're not prepared to do the grunt work, the scut work, the discipline, and that's why it's often said people who work hard in terms of a disciplined way end up being freer than those who don't have to do anything, because then they can't do anything.
Most things in life that are worthwhile, you got to work at. You got to work at. You get out what you put in. As simple as that. That's a kind of a universal law. So yeah, it's not pick up the guitar and go, ha ha, which I've done, in front of the mirror lots, hey, I'm really good. And you got to have that attitude too. But it does take work. It does take, some dedication, But if you love doing it, it's not as hard as it could be if you're doing something you're not as interested in.
And great restaurants have to be consistent. We can all cook. There's a lot of great chefs out there who can do a lot of great things, but to be consistent 300 days a year, lunch and dinner over and over and over and over again, is really, for me, what defines greatness. It's the one-hit wonders or one-hit wonders. To be there for a long time, to be impactful for a long time, to have a team that continues to evolve, to have guests that continue to come to your restaurant, to have that relationship with your partners or your suppliers. Those are really, really important things for me in a restaurant.
The advice that I would give to people is just to stop making excuses. You're the only one stopping you, because I had to hear that myself. Because I'm excuse queen, I'm procrastination queen, I'm all of those, and I would always talk about how I wanted to make this happen. I wanted to put a show out. I wanted to make this idea happen, and I want to be a writer and a producer, but once you're coming up with ways that you can't do something, you're not going to do it. So I think that stop finding the ways that you can't do something and find all the ways that you can, and just go for it.
Your life would feel better and richer if you had a goal, you chased that goal, you accomplished some things, and you would get this boost of confidence, you'd get this boost of self-esteem, whatever it is that you're into doing. Maybe you're into drawing comic books, maybe you're into making pottery or sculptures, but find whatever that is and pursue that instead of doing nothing. The people that are doing nothing, those are the real people. Look, doing something might be as simple as that Alex Honnold guy. He climbs rocks, but he's world-class rock climber. It's something.
A person's strengths are often their biggest weaknesses. And so that also means that their weaknesses can be their strengths. So, me, I am weak. In all those ways that I listed, I am weak. But I don't accept that. I don't accept that I am what I am and that is what I'm doomed to be. No, I don't accept that. I'm fighting. I'm always fighting. I'm struggling and I'm scrapping and I'm kicking and clawing at those weaknesses to change them, to stop them. Some days I win. Some days I don't. But each and every day, I get back up and I move forward with my fists clenched toward the battle, toward the struggle. And I fight with everything I've got to overcome those weaknesses and those shortfalls and those flaws. As I strive to be just a little bit better today than I was yesterday.